驚いたぞ。反逆者の子。
Throughout my life, I've been on some bizarre adventures. A lot of those places, intentional or otherwise, were places that appear across Jojo's Bizzare adventure. As if I was drawn to them as stand users are to each other, I found myself in familiar places from the bizarre adventures of the Joestar family. Join me now as I recount to you my tale of visiting locations from Jojo's bizarre adventure in real life. To start off this epic quest, we'll visit our favorite gangstars' adventures across Italy in part 5. To do this, I was gonna have to do more than simply ride trains. I was gonna need a boat. In search of Polpo's treasure, I went to Capri and encountered the scene of Mista and Giorno in their epic battle with that one guy. I made it to shore with less difficulty than them, and rode a strange taxi thingy up the mountain. There I was greeted by breathtaking views of the Mediterranean, but no sign of a secret treasure or the boss's daughter. I did, however, find a Gucci store, which is in itself a Jojo reference, if you think about it. I was actually able to track down the incredibly scenic bathroom that the gang is told to find. And in terms of places to pee that are quite scenic, this place is definitely up there. Maybe that's a video for another day. Subscribe if you want a top 10 places to pee. After searching every cave and all the waters across the island, I continued back on my journey to the mainland.
Venice の商人とかベニスにシストがよ。なんでベネツィアにシスってタイトルじゃねえんだよ。なめてんのか。イタリア語でやめイタリア語で。さあムカつくんじゃボケにしやがって。
Even just entering the city of Venice right off the plane, it was a Jojo reference. I rode a bus onto the Ponte della Libertà bridge, and I felt like I was with Giorno and Mista battling Bakugo from My Hero Academia. From there, I slipped between eras, recognizing iconic scenes from both Part 5 and even Part 2 with the Ponte di Rialto, and having some squid ink spaghetti. It was actually pretty good, I won't lie. Pretty salty, but I'd have it again for sure. Now, we've been bouncing around Italy a whole lot, so let's take a step back to the place that started it all. Now, the whole reason I was even able to get to these other places that I had seen was because I spent a few months studying abroad in London. Because of that, I had a lot of opportunities to explore it and experience the immaculate vibes of Part 1. Of course, London itself is already a Jojo reference, but more specifically, I toured the region of Whitechapel on a Jack the Ripper tour. They didn't seem to know he was actually a vampire zombie turned by Dio, but I still got to visit places where he was active. I also went to 221 Bleecker Street, where I assume Jonathan got this hat. Well, I couldn't exactly go to the castle that Dio takes over, as it's not a real place. I did go to many old and mighty castles across the United Kingdom. Any one of them I could see being taken over by a charismatic vampire and his legions. The old ruins still exuded an aura of royalty, the remnants of an era gone by that still stand tall. Now to see a more modern place, and the country my favorite part takes place in. Although it broke my heart to not be able to visit the real town Moriotro was based on, I still got to experience the life lived by both Jojo and Josuke by simply being in Japan. I spent a lot of time in Tokyo, which is shown in part 3, but I hope someday to truly be able to do a part 4 entry on this video by visiting Araki's hometown. In the end, I learned that everything really is a Jojo reference. And although incomplete, I thought it worthwhile to chronicle my own bizarre adventures so far, following in the footsteps of the Joestar family. If you enjoy seeing the real-life locations of places in anime, games, movies, feel free to stick around and check out some more of my videos. I am an incredibly small channel, so a like, comment, or even a subscribe would mean more than the world to me. And that is a Jojo reference. And also while you're here, feel free to check out my clothing brand. Started it a couple months ago and it's based on Fruitiger Arrow and that early kind of 2000s Y2K internet aesthetic. Really focused on the future we were promised and an optimistic digital future. Feel free to check it out and let me know what you think of any designs. Thanks so much and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.